I'm just looking at this, and I never noticed it. That tree doesn't. That's not a tree that's planted there. That tree is brought there. Look at that. You got this huge bend over there. That's a massive tree that comes all the way up under. It makes the rest of it. This even comes and bends out under it. There was more to it. Somebody cut this. Look. Like, why would you come way out here and cut this tree? For what? I bet you this was one hell of a structure at one point. This is the original gifting site. There's like forever stuff here. Peanut butter. That bag. There's a slinky hanging up here. Some shells. Some stuff gets taken, some doesn't, some gets moved. Sometimes they just move the big rocks like over there. There's no rhyme or reason to some of it. Or at least I don't find out every reason for some of it. But I've gifted so many things there over the years. We're gonna get off this side in a minute. Try and get on some trails, actual trails. This is a more direct route right through his area, staying here off the trails, but like it goes past the metal structure and all that right down into that area. I wanna, as banged up as I am, I wanna try and trail walk today. This is the first day I've come out without a walking stick. I'm trying it. They closed the door with that vine. The watering hole's down that way. I think we're gonna go this way today. We have a lot of new people always rolling in. I always try to stay wide frame. You can take your screen if you're on your phone or your tablet and pinch it and zoom in. So even if I'm zoomed out, you can do that's 8 times. You can go up to that point on your own. This area is so involved with elementals and everything. Everything is so visible, let's just put it that way, that I try to give everyone the biggest picture and enjoy it. This is all chopped up too. Deep hole. It's definitely a new game trail. It doesn't look like deer, but it's tough to say. Now look over here. We come and we look at this. Look at this. A lot of people would overlook this, but look how hard that tree is bent to come under this. The amount of effort that has. And then this is just laid on top of it. There's another branch laid on top of it that comes through everything. That's a lot of pressure to pull that kind of branch and make it do that. And to do it without making it break is just insane. This was always somewhere I gifted to. When I had to do a little quick ins and outs, or I was coming back to check, I would do stuff in here. It was easy, like it was on the trail. Well, one of them, they're not really. Well, they're not hiking trails. Look at these rock stacks. I'm starting to think that these small rock stacks like this, like the really simple ones, are just the some of the mountain bikers. I'm just not sure. Really not sure. Like, why would they grab just out of all these rocks? Look how many there are. There's so many rocks. Why would you just grab a couple and... Wow, that's a badass looking rock. Let's come down this one. Seems like there's a little bit of... It's tapping. This could be a woodpecker. Yeah, it's got to be a woodpecker. Somebody made a trail over here. Probably the mountain bikers again. So that fence that we were just looking at over here, it's what separates the federal side and the public side. There's the metal structure. Right through there. I showed it to you guys a couple videos ago. I mean, we've seen it a million times, but it never gets old. Never gets old. It's like abstract art. Look at this too. Look at that break right there. Look how calculated that is. Like, for whatever reason, it starts there. And it comes all the way down this hill. All the way over here. I don't know if that was something natural or not, but excuse me. But it's interesting. See that? That's like where they come in hot right there and they go up the turn and go shoot back out. But they always stay over here. I've never seen, not once, anybody on the other side. Only when that tent was out there, and we never confirmed that anybody was ever in it. Where is it? This is one of my favorite breaks ever up here. Oh, here it is. It's actually right here. It's broke. So it's over here. So it's broke here to go up that way. It's broke here to go this way. And then it's snapped up here. And it's one of those like twists. You know what I mean? Like grabbed and spun like that. And it goes down and then cracked and cracked again to go backwards. Here's little shit people will look over. Like, just because it's not big and in your face doesn't mean it's not purposeful. That one, like it's laid on that one, holding it down. It's all interconnecting each other. It's a dead tree. We were just talking about that too. The other trees, they bring life back into it. It's amazing. Reconnecting it. Apparently this stuff that we've been talking about all these years is starting to catch on, so that's good. I'm glad people are starting to understand what's happening. Especially with the fungus and all the, the network of mycelium. Yeah, shit's getting thrown over there. I have no idea what it is. The birds took off, and then they're going apeshit over there. It's pretty cool. This is something you can't ignore either. Snapped in 2 different directions. It's not like a hiker or a mountain biker did this, because for what purpose? The trail's over there. Trail's over there. It's not in their way. It's not a place you would get lost, like, oh, somebody would like snap that because they went off trail to pee or something. Like, this is not, it's at least this section is not that big of a, the trail's all interlock and it's really simple. It's gonna be fun. I can't believe how thick it still is. Whoa! Okay, so I don't know if you could hear it because of that plane behind me, but there was what do you call it? Audio? I don't know, like a vocal, and then something was thrown like up in the air. So it was like this. I watched the thing go up. I watched it go up and then come back down. So it was like almost like it sounded very gorilla-esque, like, or human, like you know what I mean, like if you were to throw something hard, like a male, like it's exactly what it sounded like. Fuck me. All right, let's go over here a little bit. If it wasn't bubbas, I wouldn't be so comfortable. But where you at, bud? You here? Oh, there's a crow. That was intense. Trying to get my composure back, and it's not like it was startling. Let me just be clear. It wasn't like aggressive or anything. It was just startling. These look like scratch marks, but it could just be pressure pops, because I see one over here too. It looks like it's just maybe the nature of the beast with this tree. Tough call, but I don't know enough about botany and trees. I usually wait for Scotty B's comment on that. A lot of times there's a logical explanation for it, so. A lot of times I say those things out loud because I'm eliciting a response from one of the team members, whether it's, one of the many teams I work with. But I say things because I know that they're watching, and this is data that we use, and it's all, I speak through the whole thing on purpose. So for those of you who might not want to hear it, I understand, but there's definitely deer coming through here. There's nothing else on this island that would make something that big. It is gravelly, which is odd. I don't even know why there's gravel here. I'm assuming it's some sort of a compost area where they're dumping shit. I don't know, to be honest with you, why there would be natural gravel here, but it's pretty interesting. It's a game trail, or I don't know. We definitely have the place to ourselves because they were acting up. I heard the two things earlier get thrown in, and that when I seen that go up, like that's something you don't see. Like shit goes up in the air and then comes back down. Like I watched it. I hope I got it on camera. So this is one of the main trails that kind of interlocks a lot of the spots, a lot of the other trails. Right now I'm pretty much going to go, I think, up into the pine forest and then probably double back. I'll feel it out and see how it goes, but I'm still gimping, so by the time we go in and up there and then come back, even if I stop the video for a while, we should have at least about a half hour footage, maybe even more. That's interesting. It's on the trail, so I'm not going to read into it, but it is very wide considering. Now, in sand, you always have the chance of, again, like I'm calling this out because I know the tracker, like the team member is going to look at that and know right away. Way better than me. Way better than me. I don't think it's anything. It's on trail. Like it's in sand. It spreads. It's not long. It's not super wide. Obviously, I can make my own. At this point, I can make my own educated decisions in the field, whether it's worth stopping for or not. But all right, I want to get down there soon. That's where I was gonna go today, but I didn't feel like driving. Like usually I'll drive like way back there and park in that area so that way I don't walk all the way in like miles and then have to come all the way back this way. So I try to at least position my vehicle like when I do a certain area. There's a lot of birds today. I ain't mad at it. They must be gathering, you know what I mean, before. Ooh. Almost got wet. What is going on in here today? Those were clear knocks. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, like, wood on wood, no doubt. Nothing else. Wood on wood. Don't. This is like a Widowmaker danger zone, but it's so beautiful. It's ridiculous. They got the mountain bikers made this into another little bankment. I guess I don't know why. This is like fresh mud and stuff is a good place to see who's been in here, in your area, how recently. If there's like a mud pit at the beginning, like if a place, this place has too many entrances on too many different levels, like all over the place. And then there's federal, private sector, public sector, so many different ends and entrances, but there's one spot that like most people come from. Anyway, if you have a main entrance, you could check if there's like a mud spot there. If anybody's come through. Like if I go through there right now, like, you know what I mean? Like you could kind of tell the freshness if you want to get in and touch it, like how hard it is and the different tracks. I can't believe we have this place to ourselves today. It's interesting. I'll take a picture of that. I don't really know how to describe that, right? There's a bunch of rocks and sticks everywhere, so why did I get focused on that one and hone in on it? Like, I don't really know how to explain that part, but it becomes like just something that draws your attention more than everything else. It's like a sense of knowing. You don't know why you know, but it's a little more than a gut instinct. It's like once you start to accept it and get in tune with it and soak it in, it becomes easier. Because I guess gut instinct is just as good, but it's useless if you ignore it. I've seen something standing there before. In these small pines right here, there's a small row of pines. It was like when we first came in, I don't know why I forgot to look up in there because I saw something with my eyes, but I'll see it now, but it doesn't mean it's not there. Again, I'll take a picture and kind of look it over later. So really, there's a lot of berries here. Okay. All right. So I don't see why not we shouldn't help them out, right? The birds. No reason not to. Yeah, this is one of my favorite sections because it like opens up and it's just a little bit different. You know, they're coming in already. They definitely keep an eye on me. Like, I'll tell you one thing though, it's a little tough today to stay tapped in, even though the weather is perfect. My mindset is good. You know, everything's pretty much flowing beautifully. The place is empty. It's very soothing. No bad energy at all. Not that there ever is here. Oh. But the physical pain is what just keeps snapping me in and out of like my vibration, my frequency, whatever. See? Like that's the fence line right there. And then there's a lot of woods right there. Some places it's a lot thicker than it is other places on that side. And that is what it is. Just kind of taking a look. One of the best tips I can give you, I'm being prompted to say this, so hopefully this is what somebody is looking for. I've been told by other people that this is something that helped them quite a bit. Stop when you're looking for them. Like if you are looking for them, you do want to see them, or your interest is piqued, and you want to see a Sasquatch or something like similar. I'll just speak for Sasquatch, but don't separate them. It's not that they're not a separate thing, but they're also one with nature. So, like earlier, I seen something as part of this pine, little small pine area. Like, it wasn't necessarily like, I don't know. It looked like something was standing there, but not all the way like physical. Maybe like 80%. I know it's hard to explain. It's because it's not normal, right? But this is fresh. That's a fresh break. That's a fresh break. Well, okay, so up there is a fresh break, a big one, and then that's it. It landed here. So it probably took these down on the way. Okay, got it. Let's look at the rest. Something came later and did that. Bent that from over there and tucked it under. So now you have to ask yourself, was this done on purpose in the first place? Oops, sorry, my friends. See the ground X? There's another one actually. This was probably the original ground X, and now it's that one. There's a lot of little things that you can look at involved here that did not happen from this falling down. Again, look over there. There's a piece of fresh wood all the way over there. That's been clean ripped off, that piece. From somewhere. Shit. Oh, I'm gonna fall off. I forgot how weak my back is. So, that's been ripped off clean and put in there. So this is, like, it's amazing to me. Like, I love this kind of stuff, right? It's like, well, Sasquatch was just here, right? They were just here. If they were not a part of this falling down, they came later. So they were here. Why is everything going into this pit? That's interesting. I'll add to it a little bit. This is an interesting piece. I don't know why I keep getting drawn to this one. Look at that. Look at the way it's stuck in the ground. It's pretty crazy, huh? Bet you it does it on both sides too. Yep, sure does. Intriguing. There's a lot of little subtle stuff that I just point out. It's not for me. I just hope it helps somebody. I take my time. I do my thing. You know what I mean? I do my personal time, my teachings and stuff. But this is part of what they want me to do, is share with you. This is where we're not alone. Those are not. These things can't be mistaken with anything else. The only thing this could be is a rabbit. Because they jump a little ways, but I don't think they can leap that far and land perfectly. Rufino. We've actually seen bubbas standing on this trail right up here. That was one of my favorites to share. It was a very clear physical, moment. And one of the reasons I really liked it is because it brought me back to the time that we've seen him from down the bottom side, walking up here. And I was trying to film him through the trees. But he was literally standing right here by this, these two busted ass trees. Made a couple of shorts out of him a while back. So people say, oh, why didn't you stay on it? I was out here with Brian that day. It was pouring rain. We were so beat up. Like I did a pan across just to capture it before we bounced. I was up here and I did a pan across, at least just to capture it quick. But literally you were like, as you held the camera up for 5-10 seconds, your whole sleeve, oh my God, filled with water. Hey girl, you let me get real close. They never run far. It's so funny. It's like my instinct says run, but everything else tells me not to. You want me to go with you? You want me to go? Like, why is she? How was she here and I didn't see her? Are you a real deer? Just let me do it again. Like, now I'm not as close as I was last time, but I'm actually gonna go back out. Oh, that's a buck. Oh, there's a buck over there. Okay, now I see. Look at the buck. He's young, or at least he's only got 2 points. There's phantom footsteps right next to me. I'll put some berries over there if you want them. It's alright if you want them. Okay? You're alright. You're alright. About 10 feet away. You're okay, I promise. Maybe 20, just to play. The buck don't seem concerned. You're alright, girl. You're alright. They do too. They build up muscle memory for your frequency as well. I'm on the wrong trail. They all look the same. Yeah, see, he's right there. Like, he doesn't even care that I'm here. Oh, there she goes. Why is she running now? Like, look how fast she's running now. Makes you wonder. He didn't really go as fast. He just kind of... She jetted and he's just kind of like, whatever. Oh, I'm coming. Here I go. Nice young buck, though. Definitely needed this little excursion. I'm gonna go in his area by myself, and then I'll come back, and then you know, it'll pretty much be continuous anyway. I'm just gonna take some time out. Alright, so back, just gonna hug the fence on this side and go back because I'm trying to stay on trail. That way's a lot faster out. I want to kind of stretch out a little bit, so I think I'm just gonna hug the fence on this side straight through. It's been nice and eventful, not too bad. very peaceful. I guess peaceful activity is the best way to put it. I don't really know much else. This is one of those areas and that we never really have any issues. The couple occasional times it was sorted out by, by a Sasquatch. So they definitely have a firm grip on this, in this section. I'm gonna cross over just to. We mentioned the metal structure quick, but I think that came from straight up. It was loud, but I think it was some kind of acorn, something. This rock I found early. I'm gonna put it on this thing. We've gone over this a dozen times, so I'm not gonna beat a dead horse, but there's so many different metals and things involved in this. If you're thinking a person came out here and did this, there's not much I can do with that, I can't. I'm not gonna try to change somebody's mind on something like this, but the mylar balloon's crazy. I'm gonna actually try to go around this because it actually looks like it's on purpose. These crisscrossing different ways. It's almost like it's not an X, it's like almost like a star. But that's really it for today. I'm just gonna make my way back up and out. If you guys made it this far, appreciate you if you can hit the like and leave a comment after and all that good stuff. Subscribe, I guess, whatever. Whatever you feel like doing, it's all appreciated. I wanted to at least get out here and get something. I'm going to be pretty grounded for a while. I'll do my best, but I can't really get too far and do too much right now. Well, hope you enjoyed. Thank you for being here. And, as always, thank you. And, I'll catch you on the next one.